currently bringing to you. We hear bulldozers have already begun to raise down illegal encroachments in Bengaluru. Bulldozers roll on Bengaluru streets. Civic body identifies at least 696 encroachments, 175 encroachments in posh Mahadevapura alone. This is the BBMP now cracking down after much flack and criticism. Bengaluru City Civic body, the BBMP cracking down on illegal encroachments. India Today exclusive images here showing how these bulldozers are in full swing, in action, bringing down those apartments that have illegally encroached upon stormwater drains and even areas that are located near lake beds. Remember Mahadevapura, a very posh locality, an IT hub. This is the area where you have dozens of, in fact, thousands of people within the IT sector who have bought homes, spending their hard-earned money, and now it appears that they were unaware that most of that land was encroached. And here the BBMP getting to action, bringing down those walls that have encroached upon stormwater drains. Shankar Guha joining us of the Congress. Shankar, we see the BBMP now wasting no time. We know that they have been criticized heavily for their laxities and their, lack of commitment to ensure safe basic amenities for people living in the city. Now we see the bulldozers are already in full swing. They're acting in Mahadevapura, those areas, even Yamlur, where apartment buildings that have encroached upon stormwater drains are being brought down. Their boundary walls have been raised down.
What is being done is too little and too late. Again, there is no futuristic action happening. For the last 11 years, the Bangalore City Corporation is in the hands of the BJP, and as a result, we are all suffering today. It is more than evident, and it is there for everyone to see. During Siddaramayaji's time, when he was the Chief Minister, he was the first one to set up a task force to take action against these people who have encroached on the stormwater drains. He cleared more than 380 kilometers of land which was encroached on the stormwater drains. That activity was stopped as soon as the BJP came to power, and because of which we are facing the brunt today. The people of the city are facing the heat. There are several kilometers, so much of land that has been encroached. They have stopped all the activity, and Siddaramayaji had earmarked enough and sufficient funds to carry out these activities. What happened to those funds, we don't know. More than 600 crore rupees, in fact, it was earmarked and kept, and there was such good activity and work going on. They have stopped that, and we don't have any information of what happened to the funds. I have been telling from day one, when I have been speaking to you, we need a visionary, futuristic action as far as this city is concerned, because this is an old city, and it is developing beyond anybody's imagination. As you rightly mentioned, Mahadevapura and Bengaluru, Mahadevapura houses almost all of the IT companies and all their employees in and around. It's a very posh locality, and it's a revenue-generating pocket for the city. Especially when it comes to Mahadevapura, because of which we got the name of a Silicon City. Today it is coming down to be called as a stinking city. It is so shameful. Bangalore has been shamed globally for no fault of the citizens in the last 1 week. I think the Chief Minister, where their failing is, they don't want to take our inputs. The opposition's inputs, they're ignoring it. We have a fantastic plan. Please listen to us. Listen to the people first. Ask them what their problem is. We don't want unilateral decisions and solutions that are coming from without any discussion. There has to be discussions and deliberations. Please call the stakeholders, call the citizens, call the residents.
I'd really like to ask you, since you've spoken at such length, Shankar Guha, that the Congress has been in power much longer than the BJP has in the state of Karnataka. The bulldozers that we're seeing now running on overdrive, trying to bring down illegal encroachments, should have ideally been your job under the Congress regime. What happened to you? 5 years that you all have been in power, did you all not recognize these encroachments?
No, I spoke to you about that as well. Siddaramayaji was the first person to set up a task force to clear the encroachments on the stormwater drains.
So setting up a task force it also needs some kind of enforcement. You're giving out orders, but if it's not enforced, what's the point?
We have cleared more than 350 kilometers of stormwater drain encroachment when we were in power in the last 5 years, between 2013 to 2018. All those activities have been stopped. They have to give their attention to these things. We have done our job, and more specifically, we have always been in communication with the residents. We are talking to them. We are listening to them. We ask them what their problem is. That is the problem here. They don't want to talk. They don't want to discuss. They don't want to deliberate. And they don't want to take anything from the opposition. Although we are giving them constructive criticism, they don't want to accept it.
You know, how do you look at this? Now, BBMP cracking down on these illegal encroachments. Mahadevapura, like you rightly said too, it's a posh locality. We're seeing those walls being brought down of those apartments. Are the citizens to be blamed? Those locals who have paid their hard-earned money to buy those apartments, they're expensive. They don't come cheap. Bengaluru real estate is really high. And when you're paying that kind of amount to buy those, you know, the homes with your hard-earned money, today the BBMP cracks it down by demolishing it. Ideally, while giving clearances itself, the BBMP should have looked into these nuances.
Exactly. The citizens are absolutely not to be blamed. As I said, the Bangalore City Corporation is in the hands of the BJP for the last 11 years, not 1 or 2. You know, such encroachments have happened under their supervision and in collusion with them. So, you know, just blaming it on some real estate person or most unfortunately to put the heat on the people who have purchased those places with all their hard-earned money with so much of hope and, you know, with all the love and affection that they want to when they're buying a home, suddenly coming over and showing some action is not accepted. These things should have been taken care when they were giving permissions to all these constructions. They have failed there. They have, you know, collided with the land mafia of Bangalore, and you know, they have given whatever benefits they wanted to. And today, people of the state and people of the city are paying for no fault of theirs. It is most unfortunate. Again, I am reiterating, we need a visionary, futuristic planning for Bangalore.
All right. Is that going to be part of your manifesto?
Absolutely. We are going to have it. We already have a plan drawn up.
Mr. Shankar Guha, thank you very much. Appreciate your time.